Hello. Um, so I'm Ryan. You probably don't know me. If you do know me, it's probably either from my school life or from my decent, not really decent, Minecraft videos. Um, like the two that I've posted. Look, my editing program, it was a nightmare. Um, but enough about that. I'm writing a book. Now, I have some ideas for other books, but they're a lot farther behind because I started formulating the ideas for this one when I was 13. Now, it will not take me that long to write the others, but I I needed a bit of time to improve my skills, and this was the main story I was channeling that through. So I have a ton of ideas. If I told you the full story right now, you'd probably be like, "What?" And the thing is, I have this great story in mind, and it's not like it won't make logical sense. I can make it all make logical sense, but I feel like I still may have too much, and I may need to kill some darlings, because the pacing may be just, oh my goodness. Um, I think it's pretty good though. It's definitely a lot better than when I started. Um, if I had to give my biggest self-criticism, I'd say settings. Look, I'm gonna be better at describing them once Sir Tenokafal here actually starts going on his quest, because I can describe nature a bit better than I can, like, a medieval European city. Um, I'm not exactly sure how the city's laid out, like what how the specific streets are laid out. I do know there's a river going through it. I do know there's an area for something discontinued called the Heresy Camps. Um, I know there's King's Plaza. There's sort of like a more well-off area where Tenokafal and the Knights Council and stuff like that live, where the Knights Council building is that's around King's Plaza. And then there's more the downtown area, I guess, where things are like a little less developed. Um, this town is called Kulbaruk, and it's where most of the starting chapters will be spent. Also, there's a lot of dialogue, and some of it is in similar settings, so I don't know if that's going to make people bored. I tried to make each character like as distinct as I could without making them too over the top. Um, so I hope that comes through. Um, yeah, so I have I've got the link here as you can see, and I opened it up here so that if I'm correct, um, anyone with the link can comment. So anyone with the link can be a commenter. I'm planning to put this into the comment section of the video I post here. So, this is an announcement. I'm going to have the prologue and the first chapter placed in here. So you can take a look at it and you can chew me out, right? You can criticize me all you want. Okay, cool. It's all about me getting better, me receiving constructive criticism. I'm probably going to um also take it uh from other sources too, but I want to give you guys a little taste of what I'm working on, so that you can get a little hyped. Because I haven't really given you anything to be hyped about yet, and I'm like, what about the book I'm writing? I love writing. I mean, I still have a lot to learn, right? I'm not that great at it yet, but I love writing, and so why don't I show some of it? I'm planning to. Okay, so chapters 1 through 4 and the stuff between them is all good. Chapter 5, there's two things I need to finish up on that one, and then it'll be ready to send out. Chapter 6 is pretty much ready, and then chapter 7 is what I'm working on right now. Chapter 8 is gonna be big. And I think it's gonna be a while before I share that. I may share it with like the rest of part one. Um, by the way, part two is gonna be like twice as big as part one. Because part one is mostly just the quest and setting up a lot of things. Part two is really like exploring a lot of different character arcs, like the Knights Council, or Ideno and Mr. Sultanarn, or Thieve the Fool. Obviously, more Tenokafal stuff. This character named Ironos, things like that. So there's going to be a lot more character exploration in part two. It doesn't mean there's going to be nothing in part one. There's still going to be plenty, but it's more sort of like part one makes you wonder like what's going on. Part two gives you so many answers. I don't want it to feel like info dumping, and I think I've done a great job of avoiding that. Um, and I think some of the plot twists in part two are gonna be insane, and the finale is gonna have some great symbolism. It's gonna be incredible. I can see there being a a few plot holes, because obviously there's going to be plot holes with something of this size, but I am really excited to show this because I'm not sure if I can make a better story. I think I can make stories of very similar quality, don't get me wrong, and I think I can write them better, write those stories better than I can write this story, but this story concept and how well it's developed is just something that I feel like is lightning in a bottle, and that's why I'm really excited to share it with you because I like need to get these ideas out to somewhere. So here it is, me getting it out.